Tales of the Americas. The Legend of the Chingolo Bird, from Paraguay. In the language of the Guarani Indians, the Chingolo bird is known as Chisiasi, meaning my mother is sick. It is called Chisiasi because that is what it sings when the wind is about to change and blow from the south, bringing with it bad weather and bitter cold. People listen with respect to the call of the Chingolo, for it warns them to drive their sheep from the pastures to the pens, and to seek shelter for themselves. Hardly ever is the Chingolo wrong, and people are grateful to him for his help. In early days there was no Chingolo bird, but a Guarani boy named Chingolo. It happened one day that Chingolo's mother became very sick. There was only one cure for her illness, a certain herb which grew among the great trees of the forest. Knowing that she would surely die if she could not have this medicine, she asked Chingolo to go and find it for her. Though the forest was dark, and though the jaguar and other dangerous wild creatures lived there, Chingolo went in search of the plant. Though he was afraid, he loved his mother dearly, and he did not hesitate. He came to the forest and entered it, searching among the great trees for the medicine he knew he must find. Chingolo wandered far, looking everywhere. He heard the cries of the jaguar, but he went on. At last, among the dense moss and ferns, he found the plant he was looking for. He dug it out of the earth and wrapped it in leaves. Then he started for home. But darkness comes early in the forest, and soon the night was around him, and he couldn't find the trail by which he had come. He wandered this way and that, holding the medicine plant tightly in his arms. When the morning dawned and the light came again, Chingolo knew he was lost. Time and time again he called out for help, saying, "Chisiasi, Chisiasi, my mother is sick, my mother is sick." But no one heard, and Chingolo wandered on, looking for a way out of the forest. Night came again. Chingolo was cold and hungry. When day came once more, it was the same as before. And while Chingolo wandered this way lost in the forest, his mother died. Thus no one knew where Chingolo was except for the gods. So that Chingolo would not be a lost orphan, the gods changed him into a bird. From that day onward he flew from place to place, seeking the spirit of his mother. Sometimes he is seen in the forest, sometimes he makes his nest under the eaves of the village houses. And when he knows the bitter cold wind is coming, he warns the villagers by crying out, "Chisiasi, Chisiasi, my mother is sick, my mother is sick."